So my thing is that you should be very sure about why you want to pursue a course, because you
Right.
could be either be going for a general MBA, or the
Mm-hmm.
Goa Institute of Management also offers program in healthcare management. Why do
Okay.
you want to go do MBA in that field? Or if you are moving towards
Mm-hmm.
NIBM in banking and financial services, how do you see yourself in the later development stages of your career, like 5 to 10 years down the line? Do you want to be positioned as a banker in the market, or do you want to see yourself as a fintech guy? Do you want to start a startup from scratch out of the knowledge you have gained from NIBM or from the various happenings in life?
So, you have had a lot of experience with MBA college conversion like KGSMI, GYM or IFMR, even that for now. So, what any particular tips or advice you may have for any new candidate, to strengthen their candidacy? Because there's a lot of competition there. Like even after you clear your exam cutoffs, the interviews are also rigorous. So how can a student, strengthen their position of getting that MBA conversion? Hello, namaste, welcome. You are watching another episode of Skilled Sapiens Podcast series, and this is your host, Ayaan Hawelia. Today we have with us Aditya Prakash. He is an MBA graduate from National Institute of Bank Management, and today he is here to share with us his journey of the MBA college conversion and how has life been around his MBA college. So, very welcome, Aditya. Thank you for joining here with us today. So, to begin with, why don't you share something about yourself and how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's great today. So I graduated from NIBM Pune, National Institute of Bank Management Pune, in the 24th batch. Uh, Prior to it, I have done my graduation from Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology. Post that, I worked with Gas Authority of India Limited for a year, and subsequently I prepared for MBA examinations like CAT, CMAT, and CET. I converted a couple of colleges like GYM, MBA Core, IFMR, Great Lakes, Chennai. And at the same point of time, I also had the offer from NIBM Pune. Now, during this preparation time, I was like preparing for RBI Grade B. So I had an inclination towards economics and finance. So considering the curriculum part, I was more interested and inclined towards the curriculum that NIBM had to offer. And so I finally took NIBM Pune.
Okay, that's great. So when you begin with, how has the application process been? I mean, how did you apply through NIBM? Like, do you get entrance to CAT or does it need a specific exam of the college itself?
Okay. So the thing is that NIBM accepts 5 examinations: CAT, CMAT,
Okay.
ZAT, GMAT, and GRE. And it has listed the cutoffs category wise on its website in all the batches, like what was the cutoff for 22 batch, 23 batch, and what will be the cutoff for the upcoming 24-26 batch. Based on that, I applied through CMAT. I had a score of 304 out of 400, 99.54 percentile, and I applied. And the process is like you get shortlisted against your score. Then you go through a OC, oral communication, and a personal interview test. And
Okay.
after that, you are into the final merit list. And I made it in the first list to NIBM Pune.
Wow, that's great. So, well, when you talked about like right now that you had many other options as well, you had James or IFMR and everything. So, what made you decide on NIBM? Like, what were the criteria that went through your mind, and what stood out basically?
Okay. So the thing is that apart from NIBM Pune, the first list of conversion was from IFMR. I had the first offer
Okay.
from IFMR. 5 days
Mm-hmm.
prior to that, I got offer from GYM. And at the same point of time, 2 days subsequently, I got offer from NIBM Pune. But the thing is
Okay.
that they are offered a core MBA part in the finance domain, but the
Mm-hmm.
banking part was missing out. And when I
Mm-hmm.
saw, and because I have been preparing for government examinations like RBI, NABARD was already on the list, so I had an
Mm-hmm.
inclination towards what the economic policy front looked like. And because of these kind of awareness, when I saw the curriculum of NIBM, I thought that doing a specific kind of or MBA in a niche field would be benefiting, and it did benefit me after placements also and in the summer internship session. Now, the thing is that because it's a niche kind of course in the
Mm.
postgraduate diploma in banking and finance, so you get to know about everything about the banking domain. And because of this banking part, which is missing in like most, even the Goa Institute of Management BKFS program does not offer a very lucid explanation about the banking arena.
Okay.
Overview of finance is there, but in our course, the thing is that you
Mm.
get to know about the banking sector also, and at the same point of time, multiple electives are on offer in every trimester, and so you can take the electives and hone your skills accordingly. So I
Okay.
finally chose to go with NIBM Pune because of the curriculum they take, and also they take feedbacks from the industry. Whenever a new corporate lands a role, like in retail strategy or as a management consultant, they take the input that what kind of course modulation you want from us, and based on that, they update their course. So because the course has been updated quite significantly from 2013 to 24, I had a watch of
Mm.
it. So I thought that because the industry is dynamic to the changing perceptions, so I finally thought to go with NIBM Pune.
Okay, that's good. So, now you have almost like completed your MBA from NIU, right? And based on expectations, what do you think? How has this college journey been for you? Like, going into it with your expectations of, uh, not selecting other colleges. There's obviously an opportunity cost that goes around it. So, was it worth it? How has been it for you? Like the experience about all of it?
Yes. So the thing is that when I took NIBM Pune, the first thing that struck my mind was I am doing a very niche kind of MBA, which would be
Mm.
like restricting me to banking and financial services.
Financial, right?
Be it offer on from banks or from fintechs or from any institution involved in the finance domain. And I was
Mm-hmm.
also very far away from the league because I had left gym and IFMR because they offered a general MBA. And in general MBA, you can take marketing operations, HR,
Right.
or finance based on how you switch, and you have every open field. But the thing is that
Exactly.
at NIBM Pune, the first thing that struck my mind after entering to the campus was that
Mm-hmm.
because I had taken a very niche kind of role, the market perception towards NIBM Pune was also very vibrant. NIBM Pune specializes in risk management. So because
Mm.
risk management is its specialization, so very niche kind of roles are on offer. That market risk analyst. Even this year on campus, we had very niche roles like apart from management consultant, which was first time on offer, we had senior market risk analyst, FRTB analyst. Apart
Right.
from that, retail strategy role was on offer. So all the niche kind of roles that could be on offer from any organization because of this banking and financial services course, they were offered first to us and then subsequently to any other college of this league. So that was the
Okay.
first thing. We had the offer as an intern going through various opportunities. And also during
Mm-hmm.
placements, we had multiple offers like from because whenever we were applying for any corporate, we had to see that multiple roles were on offer. So based on that, we got into one of the niche roles on campus I got into Perfios as a tech consultant.
Oh, okay. So, like walking back to the selection process, so there every college has its own way of selecting, candidates, shortlisting one. So, how does it, how was that preparation for you? How was that conversion experience for you?
Okay.
What went through on the
So,
selection process?
okay. Now, after the shortlist is out, because
Mm-hmm.
OC is the first part. So, oral communication, they check your communication skills, and an
Right.
abstract topic or any topic based on finance or
Mm-hmm.
economics or the current development or geopolitical trend would be put forward to you. And then you have to speak for 3 minutes or 5 minutes based on that topic. So my
Right.
topic was what is your opinion about public sector bank in the development of Indian economy?
Mm-hmm.
So I presented both an optimistic part, what had gone wrong in the past, how it can be corrected, and what could be the future course for the betterment of the Indian economy. Now you have to be
Mm-hmm.
very lucid and crisp in your explanation. They give you ample time. The panel gives you ample time to think and then answer the question. Like in my part, 5 minutes was the total time period, 1 minute for thinking and jotting down the points, and then subsequently coming up with the answer. Now, after that, the same panel will take your interview. In the interview, you would be asked questions based on that why you are taking. I was thrown the question that why did you want to do your MBA in banking and finance? What has been your
Right.
subsequent previous experiences? And now, because at that time I remember that Russia-Ukraine war has just broken out. So,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think are your opinions on the war? What could be the challenges to the economy? How could the
Right.
depreciation of the rupee affect the economy? These questions. And
Mm.
also because NIBM is an RBI's brainchild, so they are also very much optimistic, and they would like to question on what has been the rates, like repo rate at that time, the forex reserves, what is the RBI role in the development of the Indian economy, and what are the
Mm.
banks' role. So you have to be very much like you can present your point, whether you are optimistic, sarcastic, or pessimistic on the Indian bank front, and they give you like opportunity to put forward your opinion and act subsequently. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, were there any challenges, particularly you faced during this MBA conversion process of yours? And how did you overcome them?
Okay. So, like Jim, Goa Institute of Management was, I got converted in the like I was waitlisted. My waitlist was 13
Mm-hmm.
because I applied through CMAT, and they had the thing that below 500 rank, they would be only allowing the CMAT to candidates to apply. So I got
Right.
235 rank. Apart, even after that, I was waitlisted. So they do the communication skills and the knowledge part is one front where I had
Mm-hmm.
to hone my skills time to time. Because
Right.
even after you are good communicator, you know need to know the things in detail before communicating. There should be a clarity in your discussion. And when I converted KJ Somaya, my whole
Mm-hmm.
interview was on the geopolitical front, like what are the trade
Okay.
wars, what could be the challenges for the economy, and the marketing, some marketing front. So, in my perspective, if you keep aside the curriculum front of CMAT, CAT, and that, even after
Mm-hmm.
getting a good score, you need to be a very good listener, a very good communicator, and you need to control your thoughts before delivering an answer, because the way you deliver an answer is very important, because that leaves a lasting impact on the interviewer. Even
Right.
if there is like some pessimistic thing about a situation or a point, you need to be optimistic about how it can be used to change the situation. For example, like the trade war had an impact on the economy, and the
Right.
depreciating currency led to inflation. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that even after the trade war, the internationalization of rupee was put forward by the government, and how it helped the Indian economy. If you put forward this point, so they could be of the opinion that you are trying to deliver a positive point out of a negative situation. And that
Right.
really helps. And that is what helped me in KJ Somaya interview. Yeah.
Okay. So, you have had a lot of experience with MBA college conversion like KG Samaya, GIM, or IFMR, even that for now. So, what any particular tips or advice you may have for any new candidate, to strengthen their candidacy? Because there's a lot of competition there. Like even after you clear your exam cutoffs, the interviews are also rigorous. So, how can a student, strengthen their position of getting that MBA conversion?
So the first question that I have been encountering from my juniors also in the past, that
Mm-hmm.
why a student asked me a random question that I have a good score, like she scored 99.4 percentile, and she was applying for an IBM Pune. But actually, she was confused that why do I want to do a diploma in banking and finance? So my thing is that you should be very sure about why you want to pursue a course, because you
Right.
could be either be going for a general MBA, or the
Mm-hmm.
Goa Institute of Management also offers program in healthcare management. Why do
Okay.
you want to go do MBA in that field? Or if you are moving towards
Mm-hmm.
NIBM in banking and financial services, how do you see yourself in the later development stages of your career, like 5 to 10 years down the line? Do you want to be positioned as a banker in the market, or do you want to see yourself as a fintech guy? Do you want to start a startup from scratch out of the knowledge you have gained from NIBM or from the various happenings in life? And
Mm-hmm.
the first and the most important thing is you should be very much clear about what you write in your CV. Like during internships and placement, resume part is very important. So the thing is that we try to mug up the things that are not there. We try to introduce them and then speak on them. But the thing is that the interviewer has judged a lot of people, and
Right.
because he or she has judged a lot of people, he would be able
Mm-hmm.
to make out that even when are you bluffing, or how are you speaking out of your experience. And if you are speaking out of your experience, it will help you deliver efficiently. So that is the thing. Apart from getting a good score is one part, it's your ticket to a college. But getting into the college would be an entirely different thing, because there you would be tested out of your wit and humor to deliver. And because if you lie on that point, the interviewer would make out that you would be repeating the same kind of gesture again and again in the college even after getting
Mm-hmm.
the seat. So you should not be in the position to bluff. You should be very true to yourself, and you should be very much confident that why you want to pursue an MBA. Like I did, I had the intention always clear that because I prepared for RBI Grade B, my management, finance, and economics part was sorted. Like I had the opinion
Right.
that I want to do in banking and finance only. If I had not got the chance from NIBM Pune, which I luckily got,
Mm-hmm.
I would have gone for Goa Institute of Management, BKFS
Okay.
program.
Okay.
So you should be clear about what you want to do. Yes.
That's great piece of advice. So, something which, deters candidates, from their conversions, I believe is failures. So, a candidate goes through a lot of application process. It may so happen that the very first process which they went through may not be good enough. It would be something they did disastrous, but somehow that failure tend to show in their upcoming interviews as well, in their upcoming chances as well. They are not able to, move on from that and do better. So what's your take on that? How do you see like you went through a lot of process. Where was there any point where you thought, ki, nah, this is not something I'm gonna be able to convert? That did that let you down, or did that push you forward to do better even in the next one? How do you cope with that? How,
Okay.
as an MBA candidate, one should cope with the interview process because it do get tedious following multiple interviews day after day.
Okay. So my first interview was, I remember, from IFMR. So like
Mm-hmm.
after IFMR interview, you should not be bogged down by the discussions going in the forum. Like after the result, lot of telegrams groups are there which give you a lot of like these information, do this, do that, or the
Right,
FOMO part kicks in.
right.
And I remember that when I had the shortlist from NIBM, Telegram group was there, in which they
Mm-hmm.
discussed multiple things, which I later found that was all bogus and had nothing to do with the
Correct,
reality. So
correct.
they said that because NIBM is a finance-centric college, so they would be more about stock market. It's very difficult. So
Mm-hmm.
all kind of misinformation is there in the market about a
Mm-hmm.
college, be it any college, be it GIM, be it IFMR, be it KJ Somaya, be it NIBM Pune. So you should focus on that you are a student, and the interviewer would be judging you as a novice. So
Mm-hmm.
you are there to study and pursue a career. So they would not be asking you very difficult types of questions, or they would want you to deliver perfectly. Or so my point is that when you are preparing for like even an entrance exam, or you are preparing for your interviews, be focused about what is right there in front of you, because you cannot control
Right.
your past. You can only control your present, and you can control
Mm-hmm.
what is happening around you. So
Mm-hmm.
what you can do is that once you get clear the exam, if one interview does not go well, don't bother. You like fill multiple colleges, because you don't know what will happen in the subsequent rounds. Fill multiple
Right.
colleges, and then prepare accordingly based on what is the demand of that course. Like if you are
Mm-hmm.
going for a graduation, post graduation in banking and financial services, so be clear on what are the basic finance terms. Like if you have a graduation in engineering, commerce, BSc in stats, or similar kind of fields, then you should be
Mm-hmm.
very much clear about what you have done in your past, why you wanted to switch. Why you wanted to switch is a very basic question that every interviewer asks,
Right.
because graduation is one thing, and after graduation people pursue multiple professional ventures. So that
Mm-hmm.
is one point. And after that, if you are not like comfortable with one interview, you should be like noting it down that where I go wrong, and where I go wrong. After that, try to communicate it clearly, and don't try to be very much honest to yourself, and it will help you deliver in the longer run.
Right, understand. So that's what it is. Like, failures do come and go, but it's how you take it, right? How you take your learnings from them. So I remember someone told me that this thing, like, don't let get failures to your heart and success into your mind. You'll be pretty much sorted then. Your way of thinking will change. So, when we're discussing this point as well, there's something you mentioned about Telegram group. There's a lot of bogus information which comes up. So, as a candidate, where do we rely for the right information? Because those Telegram groups or those channels are only the point of contact for an MBA candidate, an aspiring MBA candidate with the college, and we rely on that particular source only. So, but again, there's a lot of bogus information, but there's a lot of forum discussions which I keep on going through that groups and all. So how do an MBA candidate look for the right information, which source?
Okay. So luckily in my part, when this NIBM thing happened, after the shortlist, I had got to
Mm-hmm.
communicate with two of my seniors, like who graduated in the 23 batch, and the placement
Right.
committee of NIBM Pune, my senior placement committee.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that they connected to me, and they explained me that what are the requirements, how you could ace the interview, and how you should not be looking towards Telegram groups, because Telegram group has one very thinnest part to it, is that they all are candidates, all want to be in that list, and say, and they would
Right.
not be leaving any opportunity to harm your.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So at the same point of time, I had this excellent set of seniors like Prabhat Singh, Rahul, and Shivangi Srivastava. She guided me that how you could be acing the interview and all. And
Right.
the senior placement committee also offered support. Apart from that, NIBM has specifically mentioned out that what are the exact criteria. Like I remember OCPI had the weightage of 35%, graduation, 10, 12, everything has been listed very, very much specifically on their website, and how much
Mm-hmm.
weightage. And apart from that, PI holds the key, because I got to know 3, 4 people who had better scores than me, scores in the
Right.
range of getting Jamnal Bajaj, but they could not even convert NIBM Pune. Why? Because the one thing they told that was they were not able to grasp the content of the interview, that what the interviewer was
Mm-hmm.
trying to ask. And even people with 99.598 could not ace the interview, and people with
Mm-hmm.
as low scores like in the range of 80 percentile were able to convert, because they were able to deliver what they wanted to deliver.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So, uh, to this point, this comes like the importance of networking then, right? When you talk about like you were in touch with some of the seniors who guided you through the whole process and everything. So, how important does this networking help us, and how do you network with candidates at the college?
Okay. So networking in my part started right after getting the call.
Mm-hmm.
I got to interact with 3, 4 seniors, and
Right.
subsequently landed in the same committee also with them after getting into
Okay.
NIBM. And after
Right.
getting into NIBM, now NIBM has two very niche parts to it. The first part is
Mm-hmm.
that because NIBM is born out of the nationalization of Indian banks in 1969, it has this excellent set of seniors who are serving as influential bankers in senior top
Okay.
level positions in the public sector banks and the private sector banks. And
Mm-hmm.
after the Supreme Court judgment of 2013, the PGDM course came into being. So now our
Okay.
people are also placed into top private sector banks. So
Mm-hmm.
due to this, the Alumni Relations Committee has maintained an excellent and diverse set of relations with the already existing alumni who are well placed in their
Mm-hmm.
fields. And apart from that, we get to interact with senior level bankers like the likes of we recently had the executive directors of Reserve Bank of India coming into campus, because the
Oh.
NIBM PGDM committee is headed by the governor of Reserve Bank of India, Shaktikant Das.
Okay.
So the mentors and the faculty members are such that the senior faculty members who are there at NIBM are retired bankers who have retired from chief general manager or general manager positions. And at the
Mm-hmm.
same point of time, we have an also excellent set of people like who come down from senior level positions of CRO, chief risk officers, chief investment officers, and chief compliance officer was like Wells Fargo. Chief risk officer teaches us corporate governance and business ethics on campus.
Right.
And apart from
Right.
that, the director of NIBM Pune has been on the monetary policy committee board and has been the director of IM Calcutta also. So that helps a
Mm-hmm.
lot because the kind of alumni network that NIBM has gained over the past 30 years, it's now reaping dividends for the present and the future batches based on the opportunities we are getting on at the campus. And even now in our groups also, we get to know about 1 to 2 offers every day into niche roles like risk, retail, strategy, or in the
Mm-hmm.
market and credit division. Yes.
Right. Oh, that's good. So, when you talk about, you met with the executive directors of your RBI and these experiences you had in your college. So, how was your journey of these 2 years of your MBA and IBM? Like, what were your key learnings and how was it for you?
Yeah. So, like after getting to NIBM, because I am
Mm-hmm.
a classic BTech graduate, so I had a problem of
Okay.
coping up with the accounts and commerce part. But
Right.
because of the batchmates I had around me, and 2 to 3, and because of this diverse set of graduates we have from Banaras Hindu University, BHU,
Mm-hmm.
Delhi University, and from the top
Mm-hmm.
premier institutions across the country, that has helped quite a lot. And because the diverse set of fields, it also brings into a pool of diverse knowledge. People share their experiences, and because of the diverse set of curriculum, we have a trimester system, so 6 trimesters are there. And because of the trimester systems and the ability to delve into different types of electives from time to time, that
Right.
has helped me quite a lot. Like you can because banking is a niche, so banking would be taught to you right from the very first trimester.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second year you can take your courses based on like what you want to pursue. Like you want to advanced finance, advanced risk. If you want to go into advanced
Mm-hmm.
finance, you would be taught like mergers and acquisitions, corporate valuation. And if you want to go into risk, then risk based internal audit, operational risk management, advanced risk
Right.
management, how is modeling done. So these kind of things, so you can build
Mm-hmm.
a career in banking and finance, and you can have a very specific divergence towards any of the niche fields you want to help grow with. Also
Mm-hmm.
because NIBM has tie up with Premia Institutes, the professional risk manager institution. So our curriculum is aligned with what FRM level 1 has to offer. So if you
Okay.
have completed an PGDM from NIBM, then
Mm-hmm.
you are as qualified as what an FRM level 1 candidate is.
All
And
right.
apart from that, we also get scholarships to pursue CFA. Like few of my batchmates
Mm-hmm.
have just pursued CFA and they got a full waiver for pursuing, and the college has funded it properly. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, moving ahead, like, is there any particular, misconception or about MBA colleges, like any myths which you like to debunk?
Yeah.
The
So the thing
confusion.
is that uh, right before going to NIBM Pune, I was on the group
Mm-hmm.
of NIBM Pune also on Telegram and IFMR also.
Mm-hmm.
So they were saying that we should be going to IFMR. I'm not trying
Okay.
to bring down IFMR's name, but I'm only trying to
Right.
state that some had the opinion that we should be going to IFMR because and not to
Mm-hmm.
NIBM, because NIBM is offering a traditional banking course. And
Right.
because at that point of time NIBM did not used to do much of advertisement and was not much in
Mm-hmm.
news, because the thing is that we what some colleges have been like, or usually is the thing that the average and the other parts are very fudged, or you don't get to
Mm-hmm.
know what is the actual placement stats. But at NIBM, because of that RBI control over the institution, and
Mm-hmm.
because it's an autonomous course, but still an RBI control institution, you cannot uh, put out fake advertisement or fake. What is there is there. So what R has placement niche part is that the institution has whenever the placement report comes out, so it has to be
Mm-hmm.
audited and then put forward. So the
Right.
transparency thing is always there. So I was confronted by this part first. Secondly, the batch size is of 132 students.
Right.
Because the batch size is small, so the opportunities and the corporates which are there also have the opinion that uh, people who are there in the institutions, they have qualified with good grades, and because of the semester tuning from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
interaction in diverse field with diverse people of industry, so placements was not a problem, nor was the internship part. And because we have seen how even the IITs are having a tough time badging the placements this time, and if you
Right,
see
right.
that way around, this was the prime reason why I did not take KJ Somaya, because the batch size was 780, and I thought at
Exactly.
that time market, yeah. So the thing is, first thing is that, and secondly, the myth in the market is that you should not be seeing the institution by the course it is offering, but see the institution with its alumni who are placed in the industry. Because if
Mm-hmm.
that institution is delivering its alumni to an industry, it is already speaking of the reputation it is having in the market, which
Right.
NIBM enjoys a lot. Yeah.
That's good. So before we wrap up, any quick advice, for our viewers who might be wanting to enter into an IDF? So what can they follow, like any particular advice for the selection process so that they can get an edge
Yeah.
and convert it?
Uh, because of the banking and financial services constraint course, they
Mm-hmm.
can go ahead and clear their, like they should be prepared with the basic stuffs of banking and finance. It can be
Mm-hmm.
a cakewalk for everyone if they are very well prepared, and it can be a dodger for everyone and anyone who is not clear with the concepts. So prepare like a basic banking and finance terms. Also be very much aware about the current and the geopolitical developments, and
Mm-hmm.
prepare some abstract or economy based topics, and be very much clear in the communication part to deliver
Right.
the thing. Rest, we can leave hopes and fingers crossed. And best of luck to
That,
all the students who are aspiring for an IBM Pune.
well, that's great. With that, we come to the end of this podcast. Thank you, Aditya, for being with us. Your insights were really enlightening. And to all our viewers, thank you for being here with us. Your support means everything to us. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and do leave us a review. Your review helps us to drive better and do better day by day. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring. This is your host, Ayaan Hawelia, signing off.